Okay. This might be another short episode. Whatever. As long as I feel like coding, or at least looking into these concepts. Um, so I think I have a better idea of how I want to go about this. I want to use kind of like a Perlin noise library at some points. I just don't think that point is now. You know, I think we just need basic level generation going, and then we need our engine to render it. So, we are going to create. We are going to create a level generator. I've been wanting to give this stuff like more interesting names, if that makes sense. Or these like bigger systems. So like I was thinking, I've been uh, reading the Bible as I do. I'm not necessarily Christian. I like reading, and the Bible is quite a book. So I was thinking just good old Genesis because we're creating the world. But the idea here is I think what I'm going to do is I actually don't know what I'm going to do. Maybe we can paint it out again at some point. But we need some functions. I actually don't even know what kind of functions we'll need. Well, we do need a generation function. I'm just not entirely sure. I guess we should return a standard vector of a tile, because that's what we're kind of doing over here. And I'm just going to take this code and kind of shove it in here. So we'll say include tile.h, and we'll go from there. It's actually kind of interesting trying to do like everything yourself. I'm so used to writing web development and like writing in C# and stuff like that. So I'll end up just pulling in libraries, and the biggest problem I have to think. Well, there are complex problems in web development, both front end and back end. There's a lot of complexity with DevOps, with databases. Databases are not a strong suit of mine. But this is something altogether different. Just like totally different problems, totally different way of thinking. So it's kind of hard. So I guess what I'm saying is I usually have an idea of what I want to do and a solution like in my head. Like if someone's like, we need to create a new page based off these designs and this and that, I could spin that up really quick. And get all the data I need, or generate the data I need, or whatever, and get it presented on the front end, and make sure it's properly handled on the back end, and so on. But with this, it's like it's so new. Or not new. Well, it is new. It's like a new way for me to even think about anything. Okay, whatever. So that probably barely made sense. We'll say generate world vectors. Or actually, we're just going to say generate vector. How about just generate for now? Okay. And then we're going to bring this stuff with us. Because this here is engine logic. So, we don't want to pull that out of the class quite yet. So, or at all. Genesis.c. Oh, I guess we also need a constructor. Genesis. Okay. So Genesis. This might be a bit. Is this blasphemy? I don't think that's what blasphemy is. Oh yeah, it keeps like. God, the curly braces, man. How do I change that? I never did. And then Visual Studio C++, change braces. Options. Formatting, new lines. Tools. Oh, not customize. Tools. Options. Text editor. C, C++. Formatting. Code style? Formatting. New lines. Okay. Position of open braces for namespaces. I don't even really. Okay, so we just want to. Okay, I think that's cool. It's just like, I don't know. I know it's a C style thing, but I just don't do that anywhere else. And, you know, it's not like uniquely. I see other people not doing that, so I'm just gonna not, you know? Okay. So standard vector. What's your vector, Victor? Okay, standard vector tile generate. Nice. Boop, boop, boop. Okay, so this kind of stuff, I think those need to be maybe properties of Genesis itself, so it knows like what's kind of the outward bounds of our window. Of course, this will be replaced at some point, you know, but for now. Yeah, that's not blasphemy. Maybe it would have been better if I chose like a Greek thing. Wait, the Bible is kind of Greek. Whatever. You know what I mean. Okay, so this is our main algorithm here. This needs to be way more complicated. So, okay, we're going to take in int screen width, int screen heights. Oop. There we go. We'll do this here. Int screen width, int screen height. And then, let's see. We also need to take in a general or the standard tile dimension. Int standard tile dimension. Okay. So, oh, and this all needs to be public. See, this goofs me up because I'm so used to typing like public, private, protected. static, so on and so forth, in front of the actual method name. And so that's always been kind of goofy to me. But, need that. Oh, we're getting hot here. What's going on? Why is Google Chrome taking... I don't even have that many things open. Okay. Yeah, Google Chrome is like strangling my CPU, which is so unfortunate. Okay. Just let those fans whirl. I need a new laptop at some point. I have like broken keys on my actual keyboard, so I'm using a separate keyboard here. I used to use like really nice mechanical keyboards and stuff, and they always felt good. They were just loud and like kind of obnoxious, and you know, I've been using crappy keyboards my whole life. It's fine. Okay. We'll say, yeah, num of, we'll just keep this the same. Num of tiles in X, int num of tiles in Y. Okay, cool. And rad. So let's go back here. Oh, that's tile. Let's go back to Genesis and back to Genesis. This is what I want. So there we go. Radical. Oh, Genesis. There we go. And then, ooh, color definitions. Fudge. Now we're starting to get into like dependency injection and inversion of control. Or so I think the inversion would be the engine passing along color definitions and that whole thing. I wonder if we can just do that in our color class. And then we can pass in color. Include color.h. Because initialize. I've typed initialize so many times in my life. Say void initialize colors. Oh, can we even do that? No, I don't think we can. You know, I don't. Wait, shit. Fudge. Oh, wow. I'm actually thinking about this. So, like, engine currently retains the definitions and declarations of various colors. We can't, or I don't think we can, put in, like, type. No, that makes no sense. That shouldn't. I wonder if we should just have yet another class that is like color definitions. Um, and then the engine can compose the color definitions into itself. And then Genesis can also bring in color definitions. Hopefully. Um, yeah, you know, uh, yeah, well, we're going with the biblical theme here, and rainbows are quite biblical. The covenant of God with Noah. That's a whole fucking thing, huh? Okay. Rainbow. And then we'll have rainbow. This can basically just be an empty constructor that calls a method. And that method's going to be initialize colors. And then here, and this is probably totally not the way to do it. You know, if it's worth doing at all, it's worth doing wrong. Oh, class. Rainbow. Oops. And then we'll call, or define rainbow initialize colors. And we need to bring in include color. You know what's kind of nice is I'm typing faster. And that's not just because I'm a slow typer. It's more like... Oh. It's more like I'm just getting more comfortable, you know? Like when I'm busting stuff out in JavaScript, I type pretty quick. Okay, okay. Initialize colors. Let's go ahead and toss that into rainbow. And then rainbow is going to define these colors. So color red, color blue, color green, color brown. We wouldn't have to do a lot of this if I was using a tile set, like a tile map. But, you know, I don't want to do that. This is prototype programmer art, you know? If I wanted to make an actual game, I'd go use Unreal. This is all, or Godot, or I don't know what shape Unity's in right now. But I don't have a computer. Well, I do have computers. Like, I have a decent desktop sitting behind me, but my wife, she stole the RAM out of my computer so she could actually play WoW. Just like every update feels like you need more memory and a better CPU and a better graphics card. Every expansion, yeah. Okay, so we're going to initialize colors. You know, I've successfully not used pointers this whole time. Not that I'm avoiding them, but like I haven't seen a need to use pointers. like there might be, I don't know how much of a performance thing is going on. I need to maybe look more into that, but at this point I'm just pass by value, just just take the integer, just, you know. All right, anyway, I'm talking a lot, not getting a lot done. Okay, so we have some basic colors here. That's great. So in engine, I also want to rename engine. I wonder, maybe we can call it Thomas. you know, like Thomas the Tank Engine. I actually like that idea. Not everything has to be a biblical theme, you know. Rename Thomas. Thomas. This is like just an in the moment. There we go. Oops. Okay, rad. We have Thomas. Oops. Oh, really? The like find and replace thing isn't that great. It's like a whole freaking window. Thomas. Oh, bro. Can I do... How the frick do I find and replace, bro? Is it not Control-Shift-R like every JetBrains IDE? Find and replace. Frickin' Visual Studio. No. Visual Studio. Oh, yeah. Control H. Oh, that makes so much sense, Microsoft. Control H for key place. Okay. Engine Thomas. You're joking. Okay. Thomas. All right. That took way longer than I thought. Sorry. That was annoying. Okay. I'm drinking some tea. Needed a little pick me up. Okay. So moving forward with this idea here, even though I'm like wildly scatterbrained all the time. Do you have any like errors in here? With some breakpoints, and then we just have our main error down here because, well, we moved those values. Okay. So rainbow is defined. Thomas does not need to initialize colors anymore. What Thomas needs is a little bit of rainbow in his life. So we're going to include rainbow, and not color. There's no need for color. There we go. And no need for that. Where's screen color used? And fill screen. Then why don't we add a color white, because that's what we fill the screen with. And then where'd rainbow go? Y equals color 255, 255, 255, 100. Radical. Okay. If anyone's watching, like seriously, this is probably not the way to do all this. But here we are. Okay, no more screen color, but what we do have is... Oh, I don't need any of those. So... Okay, rad. We need rainbow in here. Rainbow. We'll go ahead and rainbow equals rainbow. And we need to be passing in screen width, screen height. And then, let's see, constant standard tile dimension equals, let's drop that down a little bit. Standard tile dimension. Radical. Really? Oh. None of this is public. I was just whining about that. Okay. What? Oh. Yeah. Do we not? Am I silly here? Oh yeah, what am I thinking about? What did we have to pass that? Oh, right, Genesis. That's what it was. Right. Rainbow doesn't need any of that. Ugh. You know, it's funny. It's like you spend your whole day coding, and then you just get, like, tired. You know, like my brain fries. I'm like, oh, I'm off work. So now I can't use my brain. All right. So we have rainbow, and then we want to say rainbow. Oops. Rainbow.red. Oh. Right, okay. Well, that's just an RGB thing. So, yeah, so white dot R. Yeah, okay. White dot R. Rainbow dot white dot G. And then rainbow dot white dot B. Okay, cool. A lot of this is kind of like just refactoring and not making a whole lot of progress, but hopefully we're setting ourselves up so that we don't just, I don't know. So we have a better like foundation to work with and a better way to organize some of this stuff. Okay, so Genesis, rainbow dot, oh, does, right, we need, hopefully we can do that. So Thomas has rainbow, wait. Oh, we don't initialize rainbow. No, Thomas has rainbow. Genesis, God, I'm getting my stuff rocked over here because my Genesis H file didn't. Okay. So color, no, rainbow. And then we'll say rainbow. And well, yeah, hopefully that's fine. Trying to think, like, I'm not 100% sure on how C++ handles imports. or includes or whatever. So I'm kind of playing it by ear a little bit here. Rainbow equals rainbow. Okay. And then we'll say rainbow dot blue or rainbow dot green. How about that? Or rainbow dot brown. Apparently we need to assign this. Oh, other way around. Dimension. Oh, really? Oh, it's this? Okay. Every language just has to do it slightly differently. It's just a little bit different. Okay. So, Genesis has its basic thing going on here. So let's incorporate that back into Thomas, our little tank engine, and see how go. All right, so we have fill screen. So we need Genesis and Thomas now. Genesis. Spelled that wrong. Include Genesis dot H, and then we'll Genesis equals Genesis no equals Genesis, and then we need to pass in what? Screen width, screen height. There we go. Okay, I'm back on track. It's weird how you just kind of like lose your train of thought or like lose what you were supposed to do. So what's up? Oh, no default constructor. Okay. Fair. Hopefully that doesn't break. I had to define this once. Genesis. It's like I don't really want a default constructor. Like if you can't pass in the dependencies, then you shouldn't be able to initialize. Oh. Okay. So Genesis is up and running. Let's go ahead and auto map or auto generated world vector equals Genesis dot generate. Nice. And then what the heck? There we go. Genesis dots. All right. Let's how'd that go? And this thing's getting more and more complex, and I really like to see that. I think complex in the right way, but like I know anything. Okay, let's run it. See what happens. See if it breaks. Oh, we didn't return. Return world map. There we go. Okay, so a small error. Hopefully no more. Oh, it's just like nice when it like kind of actually works. That's great. Okay, so I guess I might end it about here. This is a really high note to end on. And then next we'll I guess the next thing to work on is either world generation itself or player movement. So we need to start actually building out a player class. Because like what right now we don't even really have anything. It's yeah. So it'd be nice to start working with like I don't really know how SDL events work. Hopefully that's easy enough. I don't really know how gameplay loops work. And I come from a lot of my game development is from Unity. I've not worked with Unreal. And so like with Unity, you have these on update methods, and like I think it's on start and on update. It's been a long time. Oh, that's just a question. Here we go. But yeah, anyway, like on update, updates every frame, right? Um, I don't know how to handle frame rates or like a game loop. And so everything's all fun when it's all static. But once things become dynamic, SDL game loop and frames. What the heck is a renderer? Okay. Oh man. Oh geez. This is a whole thing. Okay. Ugh. I don't know. We're gonna have to play with that. We're gonna maybe I always kind of crack up like I don't have a big enough brain for this kind of stuff, but it really is just a lot of like trial and error, beating your head against something until you like understand it. And that might take a long time, but it's worth trying to understand. And this is my third time back to C++, and this time it's clicking way more. Like I don't know. Sometimes you just need to like take a little break, come back to it, and keep studying. You know, the sky's the limit, and it's up to you to push yourself to be able to actually achieve the things you want to achieve. And like in no way did I want to use C++. Like outside of there's kind of an aesthetic to it, there's kind of like this culture, this look to people who code in C++. Especially, coming from JavaScript and stuff like myself, C++ has always seemed like wizardry to me. But, it's the main language for developing games. And SDL is so wildly popular, and I'm not entirely sure this laptop could run Godot or Unity or Unreal. It is like honestly a piece of garbage laptop. Got it for like $400 at Best Buy, and it's worth less than that. I swear, I swear. So, um, but we're here with C++. I have no idea how well this thing is performing, in terms of like like actual, like, I'm not even entirely sure how to use the debugger in Visual Studio. It differs quite a bit from the like JetBrains IntelliJ stuff. So anyway, so much to learn. You never stop learning. I know a lot of this was just me talking and not so much me coding, but we did get some stuff done, so I'm happy. I'll see y'all next time.